Hi everybody, welcome to Raven Element. My name is Roses. Today I'm going to be bringing you guys a general tarot story reading. It's not really geared toward anyone specific. Only take it if it resonates. I'm not sure if you guys ever read the Choose Your Own Adventure books, but it's going to be sort of like that. I'm using 2 tarot decks and an oracle deck, although Dreams of Gaia by Raven Thielen to me, it sounded more like an oracle deck. And then we got Tarot du Nuit and Osho Zen Tarot. So, I'm just going to start off here. Just meditate to get into the energy here. And it's raining and thundering, so I thought it would be a perfect day to do a little story like this. So imagine yourself walking in the woods. You're just walking down a path, taking it all in. And on this path, you find a cabin. So the first question is, do you choose to go to the cabin, or do you choose to keep going? I think we're going to go with Dreams of Gaia on this. So that's the first question. Do you choose to go into the cabin to see what there is? You choose to keep walking on the path. So for those of you who are choosing to go into the cabin, masculine, feminine. So for those of you choosing to go into the cabin, and this is a number 11, this represents the divine union, twin flames, if you believe in it, soulmates, that sort of thing. So if you chose to go in the cabin, you're choosing to essentially go towards your divine partner. Or the questions that you might have to do with your soulmate or a divine partner or love at this point in time. You're choosing to open a door to have something illuminated to you. Some of you may be choosing, I don't know why I'm hearing like a path towards creativity, or embarking on a new creative project that may have to do with gender equality is also what I'm hearing, the masculine, feminine. Or anything, I'm hearing celestial fire, anything that sort of lights up your senses in a way. All right. So let's expand upon this a little bit more. If you're choosing not to go in the cabin, you'll have to wait a minute. Let's just keep going with the storyline. If you chose to go in the cabin, what do we need to know about the divine masculine and feminine? So this was flipping out right away on the top, but I felt like it needed to come out. Ace of Swords, 7 of Cups, 3 of Swords. So some of you recently are coming out of a relationship or a breakup with a 3 of Swords. 7 of Cups, this person is an option to you. And Ace of Swords, this seems like the highest truth to you, or you're learning a truth about either yourself or someone, or bringing the truth perhaps to someone. Or what I'm also getting is in the past, you could have been rejected, left out, felt as an option, but you didn't really bring that up to the person. You just sort of ghosted or left the situation. But right now, what's coming up is this sense of truth, or perhaps even you needing to speak up to this person. I'm getting, I need to speak to this person, is what I'm hearing. Okay. or I need to bring the truth and clarity to a situation. Some of you, this might have been a creative project that you were starting because of some sort of loss or heartbreak. And so you're trying to help incorporate it and bring your truth out into the world, perhaps. Or some of you might have recently left a relationship, and you may be talking about the truth of that, perhaps, what your experience was. Feeling left out, feeling like an option. All right. We'll expand a little bit more upon that. If you chose not to go towards the cabin and you keep walking on the path, chose not to walk towards the cabin, you keep walking on the path. Instead, you encounter a divine being that brings you this message. It can be an animal helper. 2 of fire. So what I'm seeing is like a set of twins, almost like a Gemini type energy here. Or because you chose not to go into the cabin, the divine being that you're running into is someone who feels, again, almost same storyline sort of in a way here, some sort of soul union. This could be a friendship, perhaps, between 2 people. You're going to meet someone new that either checks off all the boxes for you, or you're discovering this person is a lot like you. This could be a collaboration on a creative project that's coming up. For me, I'm getting it's more like a friendship versus, or a partnership versus a relationship. Or perhaps, you know, you have a sibling or something that is joining you in some sort of endeavor. So you're meeting this person on this path, this divine being. For some of you, it could be like a phoenix or a dragon type of energy. Something that creates with fire. Or perhaps a fiery person is coming into your life and you're not sure exactly how to handle this energy. So this person's message for you, or the reason that you are running into this person, involving yourself into this partnership, or perhaps for some of you, this being is holding a mirror. And in this mirror, you're seeing yourself, this reflection. And this reflection of this person is meant to show you this. Wow, that was really fast. Just falling out. The Lovers. So again, Gemini energy. Some of you could be dealing with a Gemini. You could be a Gemini listening to this reading because it's major arcana. Some of you even could be twins. There's like a twinning energy here, is what I'm feeling. Or for some of you, this could be a friendship that eventually evolves into love, where someone is giving you some sort of, showing you some sort of love to help guide you upon your path. We've got Page of Cups, Temperance and Three of Pentacles. So again, I feel like this person who's going to be collaborating with you is Three of Pentacles, or perhaps starts as a friendship, goes into a relationship, does have a lot of feelings. There's definitely a lot of feelings between you. There may even be like a psychic-ism between you where you can just read each other. Some of you could be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, or Aquarius, I'm seeing as well. Or have that placement in your chart. Some of you, this is just someone who has a very healing influence on you. Someone that has a motherly or mothering type of energy too, that's showing you love, who wants to nurture or take care of you. And this divine person is turning this mirror upon you and showing you that you are love. And this is helping you temper yourself to move forward. And from this, friendship, a relationship grows. Or perhaps you've just had a lot of interaction with this person already. Maybe upon this path you come upon someone who you already know, who's jumping in to lend you a hand, and you're like, oh, okay. What a coincidence that you're here. And it's like, you know, twinning, almost like you read my mind. I wanted to go for this walk. So did you. And now we're on some sort of journey together. Okay. For those of you that chose to go into the cabin, you're dealing with some kind of divine partnership, either exiting or entering one. It's a truth situation. You see a set of doors in the cabin. You see a fireplace burning in the background. There's rocking chairs. Doesn't look like this cabin has been used in a long time. It's abandoned. You see rooms. There's a room to the left and a room to the right. Or you can decide to exit. So room to the left, room to the right, or exit. So choose between those. So if you chose the room, the door to the left, if you chose the door to the left, possibilities, the outsider, transformation. So if you chose the room to the left, the theme continues here. There could be many possibilities of what door you're opening to your future. What you're embarking upon right now is bringing you many possibilities in the future. This door is like a whole new life path for you. It's like turning a whole new page. And you feel very at home in this room. This room is very open and expansive. And it just so happens that when you go into this room, it doesn't feel like a room at all. You don't feel trapped. Instead, it leads you back to another part of the forest from this cabin. And you can see this open field in the distance. and there's just possibilities. And there may have been a time where you felt like there was no possibilities. Like even if you had the key to this room, you wouldn't be able to unlock it. For some of you, you may have been stuck at that left door for a good long time, or it was locked to you before you could figure out a way to open it. So it'll be up to you to decide on whether you're able to go through that door or not. Or if you're turning around and locking that door or closing off that possibility. Either way, it is bringing you a transformation because you're on the cusp of change. You're on the cusp of following your own truth, your own higher power. And your intuition and psychic abilities may be extremely heightened right now. Some of you may be even possibly learning about new branches of the religion or spirituality that you're into, or learning about new deities, perhaps. And you realize there's just so many possibilities that you didn't see before, that you felt like you were an outsider of. And once you go through this door, there's really no turning back. You're now in another part of the forest, and when you turn around, the house is no longer there. And it's up to you to decide where you have to go from here. Is it going to be letting go of the heartbreak and sorrow? Or is it going to be following your higher truth, letting it transform you? Some of you might have felt like an outsider to your own feelings. Perhaps there is someone coming back in your life that you've decided to give a second chance. And this time it's going to be completely different because the circumstances are different. Your lives have changed. And you're hoping that you've shut off that part of you that was keeping you apart from this person to begin with. From your divine path, your divine partner, your twin flame, your highest self, if there's no one in the picture. Some of you, this means you're unlocking sort of a whole new world. Excuse me. A new world of possibilities. Perhaps even gifts that you didn't know you had. Maybe some of you are taking a Reiki or energy healing course. And upon this, you discover your truth. It leads you to many more possibilities. If you chose the door on the right, we have beyond illusion, trust, participation. If you chose the door on the right, it feels as if you were guided to choose that door by your guides or your higher self, the universe, whatever you believe in. Or maybe it was just an inner intuition that brought you to this door. This door, when you open it, I see that there's a huge drop, like in this card. And the second you step foot into it, you start falling. And as you're falling, you're going deeper and deeper and deeper into the recesses of your own mind. And this is divine asking you to be a participant in your own transformation, in allowing them in to trust, in allowing them to be able to assist with guiding you. As long as you fight it, you will keep falling. As soon as you trust, you will find that now you turn into a butterfly and you have wings and you're able to fly back up into the cabin, back through the door. This was a whole, complete spirit journey for you. One in which, yes, again, you were asked to trust. This was a trust fall. Let me see if I can just figure out what this is about. For some of you, you may have had a dream similar to this, where you're like falling and falling and falling, and then your guide catches you. Where somehow you have wings and you get yourself out of it, but it feels like you're just falling and falling for a deep, long time until you participate in some sort of experience. Like your guides are asking you to be an active participant, where perhaps you might have been creating your own obstacles by not allowing, by not giving in, by allowing yourself to get caught up in the illusions of what other people think or other people's perceptions, overgiving. And with this divine partnership, this person that you're going towards, your divine partner, or perhaps a relationship you already have with your divine partner, is going to change in such a way. Some of you may not have trust for this person because of being stabbed in the back before, or just because you know their mentality, you don't think that you can trust them, and you're hoping that they're going to want to be a willing participant in this. And together there's going to be a transformation. But right now it seems like an illusion. And so what your test here is to face your biggest fear with this person and with yourself to figure out how to move forward so that you can raise the vibration in a different sort of way. And this is going to require you to open up your third eye. If you're just like a single and alone and you haven't met the person yet, this may just be completely in your mind and opening up maybe even a spiritual quest. Maybe even recently you went on a spiritual quest with a practitioner and you participated in some sort of trust fall like activity, or it was designed, maybe even Avyuska, to open up your third eye. And you went on this whole separate trip, but at first it felt like you were just falling into abyss. But then there were hands there to lift you up. If you decided to go out the door, you decided to leave the cabin, new vision. It's because the cabin is the constraint to you. Perhaps you've already learned the lessons that are in the doors of the cabin, and so instead you decide that you don't want any more of the same. You want to bring to life a new vision, a new creativity, not creativity, but creation, a new project. For some of you, if you're an artist, this is even like a new painting or a new collaboration with someone, or some kind, sort of renewed purpose, or even a new purpose towards something, a new vision. And this will be very successful for you. Success. Some of you, the project that you're working on is going to bring you a lot of success. And also silence. So I'm also hearing some of you need to be, if you're working on a new project, you need to be silent about the success at this point in time. Because there may be people who are trying to sabotage you, perhaps. With this card, I keep seeing email. It's like you get an email invite or some sort of email invitation for a collaboration. Or you're sending off invitations to something. Maybe it's a wedding. This could be a proposal. Some of you are walking into a proposal. This is like a wedding, but maybe you're not ready to announce it yet, perhaps. Or you just know that you've sat with these two energies long enough that are in the cabin, that once you move forward, you're walking into something completely new. It's going to be successful. But you're also sort of going to be going inward too. And so you decide to keep walking on. Now, you decided not to go into the cabin at all. Storyline number 2 here. You've met this divine being. What is this person teaching you? You saw what the person was bringing to you, but why? Why are they teaching you this? Why are you meant to learn this lesson, and what are you learning? Why are you meant to learn this lesson, and what are you learning? Patience. Awareness. The burden. Some of you, what you're learning is to have more aware of your surroundings. How to look inward before you sort of have any obstacle that comes up, perhaps, especially if it has to do with your own inner twin, your inner self, or fighting against yourself. You're starting to recognize when you're about to have a conflict, because when you're given an option, it's like if you choose this and you know it's going to be wrong for you, but you still do it anyways, and sometimes you can't help but give in and do that thing. Some of you, what's changing here is like an inner transformation, and you're being more patient with yourself, and sort of once those triggers are coming up, you're now learning how to drop the burden of, how do I put this? You're learning that after you get over the initial burden of wanting something but not being able to go after it because it's bad for you, but instead choosing something else, and then new things come into your life because you had that patience. This burden of the old ways being lifted from you, and you're sort of like, why didn't I just do that before, is what I'm hearing. Like, if I'd only had the wisdom or the courage or whatever it is I needed to have turned away from something that was bad for me and went towards something that was good for me before, I would have already been through this obstacle. And now this burden that I thought I was carrying for X amount of time is now lifted from me. And all of these new things are coming in. And someone may be helping you out with this, bringing this to your awareness. And perhaps together you're able to achieve things that you would not be able to achieve on your own. Because again, I'm getting working together. For some of you, this is going to be like a long-term thing where it takes a while to come to fruition, I think. But working together with this person is going to bring you a lot further than you would have reached on your own. So here it is sort of like a divine intervention as well. Or just a friend, a familiar person that's coming in to help you carry the load. And I feel like eventually, perhaps, this friendship, again, I'm seeing may turn into something more. So, I guess the next question is, what is it about this person? What do you see in this person, either romantic or a partnership? What do you see in this person? Eight of Pentacles. Wanting to grow, someone you can see yourself growing with. Perhaps even a divine partner that you can see yourself having children with, I'm seeing too. The Eight of Pentacles and the other card that was down there, Patience. Some of you, this has just taken a really long time to come together. You might have been friends for a long time before it ever turned into a romantic situation, or it's a long-lost friend that you run into here in the woods. Six of Swords. You see them as very successful. Someone you could see yourself growing with. Someone who knows how to rule an empire. Who you may want to rule an empire beside you. Someone extremely successful in business is what I'm getting. This may be someone coming in who's a little bit, maybe in your field, a little bit more well-known than you, and is sort of giving you a hand here. And it's just something that's just going to grow a lot larger. And it's removing some sort of financial burden or difficulty that you faced before, while also giving you some sort of tool, some sort of new awareness. By holding this mirror up towards you, you're able to see yourself, and not only in them, but see maybe where you were going wrong before. And then also having patience with yourself and being able to change. It's not in a negative way, it's in a constructive criticism type of way. Or maybe this partner is even completing you, and you're moving towards a success that you could never find previously because you weren't with the right person. Yeah. And so if you're on this path, I feel like you stay with this person for a good long time, and you decide that there's no need to go back to civilization or reality. Perhaps it's some sort of divine creature that's taking you into some sort of other realm, and you're deciding that you're going to move forward through this portal, and then there's no turning back, really. And I keep getting the moons, like it has something to do with the moon. It could have to do with some Cancer energy too here, perhaps. And it's like when you get taken into fairyland and it's like, you know, time doesn't really exist anymore, but it's many moons have passed since you've left, and or this change is like permanent. Maybe you're getting married to this person, having children. It's like a permanent change in your life. and your surroundings, to where you're not the same person that you were before, because this person is like your other half. So like they've changed you intrinsically just by meeting them. But not only does this person have a great deal of passion, and you feel a great deal of passion towards this person, I feel like the sex is going to be on. I don't know why I'm hearing this, but this is obviously not going to be for under 18, but I'm hearing like the sex is on point, the skill is on point, the coins are on point, and it's sort of like, wow, where's this person been all of my life? I'm glad I didn't decide to go into the cabin. Because it was one of those right place, right time things, and you happened to catch the person of your dreams in a place most unexpected. And when you turn around and look back on the path, it's your old life. But it's not something that you want to go back to. You're dropping that burden to move forward with your emperor, to build an empire. And for those of you that are now back out in the woods after this cabin experience, after having this, whoa, crazy eternal, not eternal, but like falling in spirit trip, or meeting your divine partner, maybe you decide to stay in the cabin, maybe you don't decide to come out of the cabin, but either way, your whole life has changed. And so this is what the future holds. At least for right now, within the next month or so. Or from whenever you meet this person. It could be timeless from wherever you see this reading. But I would say in the near future, from where you see, where you're going to see yourself with this person. Not talking about like the rest of your lives, perhaps. I mean, it could be, but... King of Wands. 9 of Swords, 9 of Wands. So a lot of fire energy, especially in this pile, like fire and air energy over here. Some water, but mostly fire and air over here. So King of Wands. The passion just grows and consumes you. For some of you, you're not sure what this means to you yet. The immediate future is sort of up in the air, I feel like, because you might be immediately defensive. It depends on whether you decide, like I said, to participate with your spirit guide and let them go, or if you just see this as another option that you're not sure of and you remain on the defense, or you have a reason to be on the defense with this person, perhaps. But either way, you definitely have a lot of passion for them. It's causing you to lose sleep. And I feel like a decision has to be made, one that you may be hesitant about. Because either you're just coming out of a relationship or you know this person. The circumstances are going to all be different. Also, 7 of Earth. You know that this is a divine connection. It's like this is your divine partner when you meet them, but you're just not sure where this is exactly going to go. And I feel like the guides are starting you off on this path, but they're not directing you to where you should end up, because all these cards are sort of in the air. So it's going to be up to you to work together with this person, your guides, or whatever it is, whoever this person is to you, to get yourselves in the alignment to either get to the next place And once you do, that next place may just be another stepping stone towards the divine partner union, or it could be the end all be all with the partner, and you guys are coming into a balanced union together, because this represents like someone in complete zen where their chakras are completely aligned. And perhaps if it's just you by yourself, you've come to the balance within yourself where you've merged the darkness and the light. And how you're going to be while you're sitting in this flow state, you know, it's like going to be like, as far as moving forward, that's going to be up to you on how and when and why you choose to move forward, and whether it's with balance or if you become off balance again. Those are all lessons that are going to be learned in the near future with this person. So that is all, guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed this little tarot story. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up, please. I really appreciate it. I really need the likes. And please remember to subscribe. This channel is just starting. I don't quite have a regular schedule yet, but I try to do as much as I can when I can. And it's always a pleasure to be able to bring you guys readings. So please join me again here on Raven Element, and have a great rest of your day.